And what a weekend! Here's a few of the books of mine that I own. The Tiny Vampire from Outer Space That's Bitey Escaping Umbra. The Tiny Vampire from Outer Space That's Bitey, I believe that's Escaping Civitas. Yep, Escaping Civitas. Bitey number 2. Then we have my Organized Crime series. Avia 1, Thunderstorms and 45s. The original title of that book was Thunderstorms and 45s. I didn't know what I wanted to call it initially. Then we have Avia 2, Avia 3, Avia 4, and I think that's all of them. But I had a real interesting weekend. As you know, I did the yard sale, and I did all right. I did better than my neighbor. I think she got started late on Friday, and I'm telling you, it was, as far as Friday was concerned, the visitors and money, it was over by noon on Friday. So, that sucked. Saturday we met everybody under the sun that was just a nasty son of a bitch. I told my other neighbor that on Saturday I met every asshole in the closest 2 counties. That's how it felt. So that's weird. But I was talking to one of my neighbors, and you have to think that I live in a trailer park, so I've got about 50 neighbors. And they could be anywhere in the trailer park, but they're all my neighbors because it's a small trailer park. And she was talking to me about her grandson's dreams. And he's in his early 30s, and he wants to be a famous rapper. Well, cool. In my early 30s and 20s and all that, I was going to be a famous author. And that's what I do. I freelance write, and I write novels. But here's the thing. I'm living in a trailer park. So something didn't work out along the way. Either I was lied to, or, maybe I made some bad book choices or whatever. I'm going to point you in the direction of I was lied to. About the industry, about what was going to happen after my first book was published, yada, yada, yada. And this guy is going to be a famous rapper. He's the whitest white guy you ever saw. He weighs about $110. If that, I'm pretty sure I could bench press him. And he wears his pants below his ass. And he's going to be a famous rapper. Because his pants are below his ass. That's why he's going to be a famous rapper. But here's the problem. See, rappers and our authors and artists and all of us creative people, we all have the same problem. Getting an audience, getting our work out there and getting an audience. And for a rapper, you need to be at the club. And this guy should have been at the club 10 years ago. Okay? He should have been at the club 10 years ago. He should have been doing mixtapes on his computer 10 years, in his teens, late teens. Keep in mind, computers and all that shit, it was available, 10, 15 years ago. I know, I had one. So he should have been doing this a long time ago. He should have had his mixtapes out. He should have been, DJing it at the club, and this, that, and the other thing. And he's going to be a famous rapper. And he's out of work a lot. And here's the thing. While you're waiting to make it big in the thing you want to do, you still need to pay your bills. You still have bills to pay. You have to have a place to live. You have to have food to eat. You don't have to have a car if you work from home, but if you don't work from home, you also need some type of vehicle. A bike, a scooter, a car, electric or manual, it doesn't matter. You need these things. And you especially need food, because it's really hard to do your thing if you're starving. So I was talking to this lady, and I'm like, yeah, I know where he's coming from, because he keeps spreading it around. He's actually got a kid, and he keeps spreading it around. He's going to be a famous rapper, and he's going to buy a big house, and this, that, and the other thing. His poor kid, you got to feel sorry for the kid, because he's repeating this shit. His dad's going to be a famous rapper, and they're going to get a real house and be this, that, and the other, man. They're going to be the cream cheese and the bagel too. Except he's living in a trailer. And I just feel bad because I know this path. I'm going to be a famous author. I'm going to be a famous author like Stephen King and Anne Rice and Danielle Steele and all those guys, man. I'm going to make it big. I'm so determined. I'm going to make it big. And here's the thing. I started writing when I was 11 years old. And I'm cranking out those novels and working on my skill. And I published my first book in 2005. It was the Avia 1 book. I've since rewritten it and edited it like 6 times because it wasn't good. I had some great friends that told me it was wonderful, but it wasn't any good. It's better now, but it's still not any good. I think the best book that I've ever written was Avia 2, and I spent, 3 years on it. I almost over-edited it. And I'm self-publishing, and I'm getting myself out there on YouTube, and this, that, and the other thing. And here's the reality of the situation. I'm still living in a trailer park. I need a new vehicle. And the freelancing side of the industry is imploding, which means my income is doing this. It's just nosediving down. And I can't even relax enough to really do anything because, it's Monday at 2:07 p.m. and I've been waiting on work all day. I'm hoping for a medical article. And I thought it was going to show up, and I thought it had shown up, and I looked, and sure enough, it says health and medicine. I'm like, yes, it's here. And I click on it, and it's some stupid shit about a casino. And it's like 10 words. The damn article's like 10 words. So this article's worth like 55 cents, and it's on some stupid-ass casino thing. Well, that's not what I wanted. So they miscategorized it. It should have been under gaming. Instead, it was under freaking health and medicine. So not what I was looking for. But boy, I can tell you, I do understand the dream. The dream. They sell you big on these things. Oh, look at how well Stephen King did after he published Carrie. Man, he's a household name. Look at how Anne Rice did after she published her Vampire Diaries thing, Vampire Chronicles. And you can do that same thing. You can be that author. You can be that famous author. You're going to live in a mansion and drive a car and have a personal chef and a maid and all this crap, and you're going to have it all. All you got to do is finish your first book. You need to set your expectations a little bit lower, and so does this guy that wants to be a rapper, because he's home every night. He's not at the club, boom, boom, booming it up. Okay, he's at home every night. He's not networking nothing. So he can have the dream, but until he gets back in the club and starts, shaking his unpantsed butt and doing the DJs and scratching the records and this, that, and the other thing, you're not going to get very far being a famous rapper. I'm not even sure he's got a YouTube channel, to be quite honest. I mean, if you're going to do nothing with that, you should at least have a YouTube channel. I don't think he does, because I don't think he owns a computer. And, with me being an author, I've just been slamming books since 2018. I've done, let's see, how many books have I published? I gotta look it up. I have to look it up every time because I really don't know it's that many. Why is it not showing me this information? Oh, 56 books. I've published 56 ebooks / paperback books. I've published 7 Kindle Vellas so far, and I'm working on 2 more Kindle Vellas. And I'm working on Little Bitey 23. So I'm doing all this, but here's the thing. I've published 56 books. I've done 7 Kindle Velas. Some of them are done, some of them are not, because I don't know what I was thinking when I started them. And I'm still not a household name. Until you tripped over this channel, you had no idea who Stacey Carroll was. Stacey Carroll, the author. Do you know who she is? Have you ever heard of her? YouTube's algorithm sent you over here, but have you ever heard of me? Have you ever tripped over my Twitter page? You ever trip over me on Amazon? Your answer's probably going to be no. And then you got to think, well, how many books does it take? How many books does it take? I don't know. I think it's in excess of 100. That's the suck part about it. I think I have to write at least 44 more books. And I better do it quickly because I ain't getting any younger. This is why I say, the human lifespan's not infinite. I'm not getting any younger. And I'm sure as hell not getting any fast way to a house or car. So when you do these dreams, really think about it. What's the career path? What are you going to do? How are you going to make money while you're pursuing your dream? Some people, they luck out and bing, bang, boom, they got it. And then other people like me, you're just fighting, you're fighting the quagmire. And you got to fight it and fight it and fight it every day. And, now 2018 to 2024, it's been 6 years. And I'm still fighting. How long are you going to fight it? How long are you going to, try to do the thing you're going to do? Because you may not be the person that releases a book and boom, you're there. You're there. You released it yesterday in your mansion. You got it right. It's tomorrow. You're going to move in. And you got your Lamborghini or Bugatti or whatever. And, next week you're getting that. You're not, maybe you're not going to be that person. And this rapper guy, he probably ain't going to be that person either. How hard are you going to push for it? How long are you going to wait? What are your expectations? Think about that before you get into some of these dream jobs. And they're dream jobs because it's your dream and you want to do it. So I leave you with that thought on a Monday afternoon. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.